Hi, this is Dustin Williams with Precision Fitness, and today I'm going to demonstrate some of the exercises from workout number 1 from our Holiday Survival Guide. In workout number 1, we're actually doing 30 seconds of work followed by 30 seconds of rest. And each week, for the progressive 4 weeks, you're going to decrease the rest time by 5 seconds each week. So every week it gets progressively a little bit harder than it was the week before. So I'm going to give you a couple different variations of each exercise, so that way, depending upon what fitness level you are on, or if you start to get tired by the end of the workout, you can always regress back down a little bit so you can keep moving but still keep solid form. Exercise number 1 that I want to go over is a body weight jump squat. In the body weight jump squat, it's exactly how it sounds. You're going to use body weight only. You're going to do a squat, but you're going to jump out of the squat. So whenever you do these, it's very important your feet are about shoulder width apart, maybe just a little bit wider. You're going to drop the hips down, make sure that the knees stay out wide, the chest stays up tall. Drop down, and when you come out of the squat, you're going to leap out of the squat and then land back in the squat. So we're here, we're going to jump up and then land back into the squat position. Jump up, land back into the squat position. It's very important whenever you're doing these squats that you land all the way in the squat position instead of trying to land hard out of the squat. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really hard on your knees. I see a lot of people who try to jump up and land like this, and that puts a lot of pressure on the knees. So it's really important that you land in the squat so that you can land really soft. If you don't have the strength to do the body weight jump squat, or if you start to get tired, you can just eliminate the jump and just go to a regular squat. Up and down. Make sure you get a nice pause at the bottom. A lot of people tend to bounce at the bottom of a squat, which we want to eliminate. It's real hard on the knees as well. So nice, slow, and controlled. Exercise number 2, we're going to go into what's called a pledge plank. So you're going to get into a push-up hold position. From here, the pledge plank, because you're actually going to be lifting one arm off the ground, it's important that you keep kind of a wide base with your feet. When your feet are really, really narrow, it's going to be a lot harder to stabilize the body. So get into the push-up position, make sure that the back and the spine is nice and neutral, wide feet. You're going to take one arm, lift it up, touch the opposite shoulder, come back down. This is a pledge plank. When you're doing these, you're trying to keep the body as neutral and as still as possible. You're going to see some people who are going to want to twist over, and this defeats the purpose because you're not really using the core anymore. So that's why you need to have a good wide base with your feet, nice and controlled. If you start to get too tired and you can't do the pledge plank anymore without wiggling around or falling over, you can move just to a regular push-up hold, get in that push-up position and hold it out for the time allotted. Exercise number 3, we're going to go to a split squat. A split squat is basically just a squat, but your legs are split apart instead of being next to each other. You're going to take one foot, step it out in front of the other, make sure that both toes are pointed straight, keep the chest up real tall, and you're going to drop straight down like you're trying to get down onto one knee, but you're not actually going to put your knee down on the floor. So drop straight down, drive through this front heel, and stand back up. Do it from a profile view as well as side view. Stand up real tall. A lot of people in this exercise tend to want to push their hips back. That's what we want to eliminate. We want you to stay up as tall as possible so that you stay perpendicular to the floor. Drive through that front heel. On this one, you're going to end up switching legs at halfway. So if it's a 30-second work period, when you get to the 15-second mark, you're going to switch to the other leg. The next exercise, we're actually going to incorporate the band. If you've actually read through the Holiday Survival Guide, you know that everything is done with body weight and bands only. So with this, I'm going to show you how to do a 2-arm band row. The easiest way is to find something in your house or wherever it is that you're working out to attach the band. When you attach the band, which I'm going to use my pull-up bar here, you're going to wrap this around it, take the band and pull it through, and then pull the band tight. This way you can actually anchor the band down and use it for lots of different exercises. On this one, on the 2-arm band row, try to show you from a little bit of an angle. You're going to grab it with both arms. You're going to stand up real tall. Your chest is up, your shoulders are back, your rib cage is down. You're going to tighten up your abs. You're going to squeeze your glutes. And you're going to pull your elbows straight back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Let your arms come forward, full lockout all the way out, and then pull back again and squeeze the shoulder blades. So the only things that should be moving right now is really just your elbow joints. Your shoulders should be packed back and locked into place. The rest of your body should be nice and controlled. It's very important that whenever you pull back, you get that full squeeze in your shoulder blades so that you can activate your back muscles. Let the arms come forward, pull back and squeeze again. So that's going to be your 2-arm band row. In order to make this tougher or easier, you can increase the band. So like the next level up from a red would be a black band, or just increase the tension. So the more you stretch the band out, the tougher it's going to become. So you can just step farther back away. The final exercise, we're going to go into a jumping jack. Jumping jacks are pretty self-explanatory. I think we all did those whenever we were younger. A lot of people tend to want to go all the way overhead with a jumping jack with their arms, which is completely fine. Some people that have shoulder issues can't do that. So whenever I do my jumping jacks, I tend to just come to about right here with my hands, which is fine. Keeping the feet together, jumping out, staying on the balls of the feet, and working through the jumping jack motion. If you have any type of knee issues or ankle issues or hip problems where you really can't do any type of plyometrics or jump, you can do what's called a stepping jack, which is the same motion, but you're just stepping outside to side, so you're still getting the same exercise without the pounding on the joints. And that's it. That's the conclusion of workout number 1.